Got rejected for a loan? Discover why and learn how to turn it around with Melvin Ho.
Hi everyone, I'm Melvin, the CEO of Bizsquare. Today I'm going to share with you guys on how to overcome loan rejection and some myths that people have in my industry. Okay, first, who is Melvin Ho? Basically, I have actually ex-banker with 5 to 6 years of experience in credit and also sales in different banks as well as in consulting as well. In total, I have 18 years of corporate finance experience and entrepreneurship experience with different awards won. So what do I do? Right. So I do different types of loans such as working capital loan, business loan for expansion, property loan, whether it's personal or company, whether the person want to buy a new purchase, refinance or property cash out from the property, trade financing, whether to fund your suppliers or your invoice financing from your receivables, or to structure LCTR for import-export financing. I also, if the banks don't approve, I also have private financing alternative for them and also bridging loans. So what does Melvin really good at? Okay, a lot of people don't know. People come to me, they actually ask me whether they should even take a loan or not. I don't push them for a loan. So normally I will assess whether the ROI of the project versus the cost of loan, whether it is worth it or not. After that, if it's worth it, I normally have a proprietary credit system to see whether they are able to approve the loan or not before they apply. Okay, so yes or no factor based on the documents. If there is issue, we fix the red flag first and build a bankable case before we even submit. So what we do is we find the correct lender, one or two banks, and we just one shot, one kill. We don't spend all the banks at one shot. So normally after they get the money, how to utilize the funds, how to improve their cash flow is also what we cover. After that, of course, after they get a loan, how do they actually protect our CBS and plan for the future loan strategy so that in the future, they are able to run by themselves. Okay, so there's many problems that I solved through the years, but the most recent one, which I mentioned in the last BNI 30 seconds, right, was this case study. I have a property agent friend who have clients who actually paid their 1% OTP down payment already. Then in the end, they cannot get any loan approved. So they are very kanjiong and call me, Melvin, my client paid 1%, but all the banks don't want to approve them. So how? So what went wrong was basically their commitment is too high versus their income presented. Okay, their credit bureau looks risky, a lot of high utilization. In fact, they got no late payment but very high utilization from their cards. Okay, they apply too many banks very quickly, and it looks very desperate in the point of the banks. So what I did was I reviewed the CBS, the existing liability, and diagnosed the real rejection reason. Okay, restructure, reframe the story, and improve their income proof by showing more information such as CPF and payslip and a lot of bank transfer to show that legit this customer is really have the ability to pay. In fact, I stopped the machine gun application, which is spam. I actually do one shot, one kill, and in the end, they actually get their loan approved at 80%. Okay, most importantly, their credit profile was actually kept very well. Yeah. So second case study is I have this client who is a 66-year-old business owner, have property, but their cash flow is pretty tight. Okay, so they are pretty panicked because next few months the business cash flow is quite tight. So and they have property, but they don't want to sell because of legacy reasons or personal reasons. They don't want to sell. So what I did was I built a simple cash flow plan, 1 month, 3 months, 12 months to create a clarity for them. So eventually I also unlocked 550,000 from the property without selling. Okay, and also due to my strategic submission, the loan that I get for them, they only need to pay 2,500 per month. Okay, and they only pay interest. They don't have to pay principal at all. I don't think it's easy to find any bank that can only pay interest. Okay, so I also set a post-loan guideline for them to stay bankable in the future so that their cash flow will be always healthy. So in the outcome is the client got a breathing room, have a clear plan, stabilize the cash flow, and improve bankability without selling their house. So there's a lot of myth that people have in my industry. So I'm taking this opportunity to share with you guys two main myths that I have that people always ask me. First, taking a loan is bad. In my opinion, only a bad loan is bad, but a smart loan is actually a tool for you to leverage. Okay, a lot of people don't know. Actually, if you don't have any loan, in fact, it's actually bad. Okay, because having no track record in your CBS, right, you will have this score called GX, which costs them to not be able to get a loan if they want to get a loan. So the correct way, right, is to actually get some credit card but pay on time, okay, to create a good record in the form of your CBS, so that when you need to get a loan, right, you are able to get the loan. Okay, so to me, that only happens when repayment is not sustainable or purpose is unclear, not when you want to get, not when the loan is useful for you. The next myth, right, that I want to address, right, is a lot of people thought that loan consultant is the same as mortgage broker. We just compare rates, but it's actually not true. Yeah. So what people think, mortgage broker is primarily focused on comparing rates. Like for example, currently the client has a 2.5% in Bank A. Okay, then they are moving from Bank A to Bank B, that gives them a 1.7%. Okay, so moving from Bank A to Bank B save you certain amount of interest, okay, and help document and submit to the banker, and the banker will liaise with you. We don't do that. We basically represent the client to speak to the bank. Okay, we pre-underwrite and represent you to speak your story to the bank. We structure the deal, negotiate the term, and not just comparing rates. Ultimately, we help you get a loan approved from the bank. So a lot of people, they slowly get to know what we really do, and they actually pay us commission and advisory fee for that. So that is what our true ability are. We are not specialized in comparing rates, because I feel that all this can be done by admin staff. You don't need Bizsquare to do that for you. So sometimes I will just tell them to do yourself, you know. So basically the difference is mortgage broker compare rates, but a consultant, right, professional consultant makes you approvable. Yeah. So the question is, why people still come to Bizsquare, right? They can actually go directly to the bank. So first, we are not brokers, we are consultants. So we advise you when, how, and what to do with your loan. Okay, you might not need to apply now. You can apply in the future also. Yeah, and how to apply, what to do, and what loan to take. Some trade finance is actually better than taking a working capital loan. We help to increase the chance of approval. We protect your credit profile and reputation with the bank. We don't just spam cases, making you look desperate as well. We structure the banker's credit memo, okay, make the banker feel that they just do your case. They prefer to do your case first than others, because they just copy and paste and just submit. They don't have to think of all the ways to do it by themselves. So definitely my cases are being prioritized first most of the time. And we negotiate better terms, not just getting approval. And we save a lot of the business owner's time, okay, paperwork, follow-up, and all the back and forth. So most of the time is either we get a loan approved, then the client just go down and sign. That's all. They don't have to speak to the bank directly. Okay. So everyone, if you hear people saying stuff like, my cash flow is stuck, don't know what to do, or I need funds but the bank reject, or I'm scared next 3 months cannot tahan, then you can refer them to me. Yeah. So today I'm going to share that I look for people who are needing funds the next 30 to business owner who looks funds for 30 to 90 days, business owner who want cash out, or their loans get rejected at the bank, or who wants to improve their cash flow. That's all. Thank you.